Every single time I look in the mirror, I just look at pure disgust. And I know that a lot of you guys might think that, like, Sarah, what are you talking about? Like, are you kidding me? Well, body dysmorphia, okay? It's literally a mental illness.
What up, HOB? So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the plastic surgery that I had. If you guys have not watched the last video of us debunking some assumptions, one of the assumptions was if I had a BBL. And I said I did have a BBL. And ever since that video, I have been getting lots of questions and DMs and comments regarding my experience. So this video today is what I'm going to be talking about. This is not the regular content that we usually do on this channel. So if you guys are against cosmetic surgery, plastic surgery, whatever the case may be, you guys can go ahead and exit out this video. I'm gonna be doing a lot of things that a lot of people don't agree on. So if a lot of you guys put your lives out there, I bet you on everything, majority of people will not agree with what you do. And that is okay. But you guys need to understand that by the end of the day, nobody pays your bills besides you. Nobody pays for shit like this besides you. And mind you, this is not a way to promote plastic surgery. This is honestly just my personal experience that I went through, and a lot of women that want to go with this procedure want to know a little bit more information on what I went through personally. But just know that everybody's journey is different. So anyway, I wrote down a whole bunch of these questions that you guys had regarding my procedure, and we're just gonna go ahead and knock these out real fast. All right, so the first question is, what surgery did you get? I got a BBL, which is a Brazilian butt lift. Next question is, what is a BBL? So what I got was a 360 lipo BBL, and what that is that the surgeon lipos your front of the stomach, your whole stomach, and your lower back. So they lipo this area right here. Here's my pregnant belly. But anyway, and they lipo from like your bra line down. And of course, any additional areas that you want to get lipoed, like your arms, your upper back, inner thighs, stuff like that. It costs extra, and obviously it depends on the surgeon on how much they charge and yada yada yada. But anyway, yeah, so once they get all of that fat out, they go ahead and put that fat back in the buttocks and the hip area to kind of make it look more rounder and more plump, just depending on what type of results you'd like. Next question is, why aren't you happy with it? You look good. Well, thank you. But yes, I did mention in the last video that I really wasn't that happy. The reason why I did it was because I had very, very deep hip dips, and I was very insecure for the longest. And if you guys don't know what hip dips are, I'm gonna go ahead and put it right over here just to kind of further explain what it is. But hip dips are very, very common in women, in everybody basically, but mine were very deep, and I just kind of wanted to round them out a little bit, give more of like a curvier look, because that has always been the type of look that I've always wanted for the longest. When I did get out of surgery, I did have type of like Coke bottle frame or whatever, but then coming weeks, once your body starts slowly healing and when the fat settles, my hip dips kind of came back a little bit, and now my hips aren't as round as I want them to. And don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that I had the surgery. I just kind of want to go back to do like a little bit more kinks. Next question is, weren't you scared that you might not have woken up from the surgery? Of course. I feel like almost everybody is scared of that situation. Once it was my time, I was very, very scared. But good thing is that the staff that was there made me feel very, very comfortable. They talked me through everything. They made me calm down, like, you know, stuff like that. So, and on top of that, once I was there, there was really no backing out. So, I mean, YOLO. All right, next question is, where did I get it done at, and who was your surgeon? So if you guys don't know, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and let me tell you guys, it was very hard for me to find a local surgeon out here in Vegas. But like I said, I've done a lot of research. I follow Facebook groups. I do all that stuff. And I ended up going with Mia Aesthetics in Las Vegas, and my doctor was Dr. Chua. And mind you guys, he does not go to that practice anymore. I believe that he has his own little practice still in Las Vegas, but yeah, he doesn't go with Mia Aesthetics anymore. So Mia Aesthetics, they have a lot of offices in a lot of locations. So the main office obviously is in Miami. Miami is like the biggest like BBL state or whatever that you could go to. And then from there, they kind of just branched out to Las Vegas. They have Chicago, Texas, just a whole bunch. Next question is, how long was recovery? Woo. Technically, all in all, recovery for a BBL is up to 6 months to a year to fully get your actual results. And mind you, before you go into get a BBL, you need to mentally prepare yourself, because once you do get it, your body changes literally every single day. There's days where you look more swollen, you look less swollen. There's days where it looks like you lost some ass or some hips, and then there's days where boom, your ass and hips come back on. It's such like a mental thing. With a BBL, you just have to mentally stay strong, okay? You're gonna be catching yourself looking at your body every single day. You're gonna be catching yourself looking at these little details about your body, these little faults about your body, and you're just gonna be either happy one day or mad the other day or sad the other day. It's a lot. Mind you, all surgeons are very, very different. But with my surgeon, he says that we cannot be sitting for 6 weeks on our asses. You have to be laying down on your stomach when you sleep. And if you do need to sit down, like say if you like work at like an office or something, you have to use like a BBL pillow. So I wish I had my BBL pillow near me, but I don't know where it's at. But anyway, it's kind of like a rectangular brick. It's kind of hard. When once you sit down, you got to put all that pressure under your thighs. So kind of like right here. So you don't put any pressure on your booty. Even after your 6 weeks, you're gonna still be recovering from 6 months to a year from now. So yeah, it's a very long recovery. Oh, this isn't a question, but it says, it don't look like you had surgery, you look natural. Yes, that is my goal. Okay, and a lot of people think that once you hear BBL, oh, you just wanna be like Kim Kardashian, you wanna be like Black China, you wanna be like this, nah, 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 nah. A lot of people don't understand, you can still look natural with a BBL. Next one is, can we see before and after pics? Why, yes, you may. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a before and after pic right over here. Next question is, what was your pain? Scale from 1 to 10. I would have to say for the first like 2 days, I was like at a 6, 7-ish. Honestly, I felt like my labor was 1,000 times worse than my recovery for my surgery. And mind you, it really all depends on the person. I honestly prepared for the worst just because I've watched so many vlogs and videos and all that stuff of other women's results and you know what they had to go through and stuff, and it honestly wasn't as bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was bad. It was bad. So for the first 2 days, I would have to say like about a 6, 7, and then it kind of decreased slowly from there. The pain got a little less worse every day. So next question was, how much was your surgery? My surgery was about $6,000, and that also depends on the surgeon that you go to. And mind you, that was only the surgery. A lot of people fail to realize that after surgery, you're still gonna be spending some coin because you gotta get massages, you gotta get fajas, you gotta get new clothes because your new body needs some new clothes. You know what I mean? So, but as a surgery wise, yeah, it was like about $6,000. And then next one is, would you say it's best to travel with someone to help with the recovery process? Yes, someone that you can fully trust, someone that doesn't have a weak stomach, because listen, for the first like 3 days to almost a week, you will be bleeding out. Not blood, but fluids, like, but it looks like blood. Next one is, what advice or suggestions would you give for the people who want to get a BBL? Do your research. Do your research, please do your research. That is like the #1 thing. So you need to follow Facebook groups. You need to look up vlogs on YouTube. There's so many videos and vlogs about BBL surgeries. Like, it's crazy how much you're gonna find. All right, so next question is, do you have any regrets? The only regrets that I have to say is that I wish I could have done it sooner. That's the only regret I got. Next question is, how did you manage the recovery with your kids? My amazing ass husband. Dario was just on it, okay? He was juggling everybody. He was helping me through my recovery, especially mainly the first like 3 days, because I couldn't do anything at all. And I just truly appreciate him. I am such a very lucky woman for having somebody like that, because Dario, I love you. Next question is, would you get a second round? I am thinking about getting a second round with the same surgeon. Probably not. This second round, I might have to travel out of state. I'm not exactly sure yet. But since I am currently pregnant, I believe that even after you give birth, you have to wait like another 6 months after giving birth for you to even go do another cosmetic surgery. I'm still thinking about it. We'll see what happens. As of right now, I'm just gonna say yes. Next question is, did you have any complications? No, I did not have no complications at all. My surgery center had us do like labs and all that stuff. So they're pretty strict with that type of stuff. Prior to me going to surgery, I was already like as healthy as a horse. I worked out a lot and also ate good. After surgery, there was no complications at all. It's just a lot of recovery. Next one is, why did you do it? You looked so beautiful and natural. Why did I do it? Because I wanted to. No, but in all seriousness, I believed that I had body dysmorphia. And if you guys don't know what body dysmorphia is, I have it Googled up for you right here. But body dysmorphia is a mental illness involving obsessive focus on a perceived flaw in appearance. So I have been very, very, very insecure with my hip dips for the longest, okay? For the longest, way before my babies, even before me and Dario. And Dario and I have been together for almost 10 years. So it's been a very long time. And let me give you a quick example, okay? There could be 10 people in a room and 9 of those people can tell me, Sarah, you are beautiful. Sarah, you have a beautiful body. You shouldn't change nothing about yourself. La 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 la, right? And that one person could be like, ew, Sarah, no. Like, look at your hip dips. Out of all those 9 people, I would have believed that one person. I know it sounds very, very toxic, but that's just how it was for me. And Dario for the longest too, bless his heart, but Dario for the longest has been telling me how beautiful I am, how I shouldn't have to change, and you know, he loves me how I am, and you know, this and that. But every single time I look in the mirror, I just look at pure disgust. And I know that a lot of you guys might think that, like, Sarah, what are you talking about? Like, are you kidding me? Well, body dysmorphia, okay? It's literally a mental illness. I even try to work out to make myself feel good before the surgery. With hip dips and working out, you can work out up to a certain point, but your hip dips are always gonna be there. By you working out, you can't have that like hourglass shape naturally while working out. Okay, like it's just not possible. And the only way that it is possible to have like those round hips, the hips that I've always wanted, is through plastic surgery. Even my surgeon too, you know, he was looking at my hip dips and all that stuff. He even said too that my hip dips were very deep. And he also told me too that there was a possibility that my hip dips can slightly come back. And that's exactly what it did. Next question is, do you plan on getting a breast augmentation after baby number 3? Yes, I am. But honestly, I am in no rush to get a breast augmentation. I mean, I have like little beast things or whatever, little titty committee, whatever the case may be. But honestly, it doesn't bother me as much as like, you know, my hip dips. Maybe I might, I don't know yet. Thinking about it. That is all of the questions that I have gotten. I feel like I was just kind of blabbing throughout this whole video. I probably wasn't as detailed as I wanted it to be, but I don't want to make this channel a whole channel about plastic surgery and BBLs and all that stuff. And like I said, this is in no way, shape, or form promoting plastic surgery. And a lot of people are thinking that just because you had a BBL, that you don't have to work out, that, you know, you're lazy and you already got this like body and you don't need to do shit with it. No, okay? They promote working out even more to obtain your results. And they're always gonna tell you, you have to work out, you have to eat healthy, you have to eat lots of protein and less carbs, you have to take care of your body. Even after having this procedure, you always got to take care of your body. There's always going to be people that don't agree with you, and that is okay. But keep your ignorant comments to yourself, because by the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do to make myself happy, not you. And you can go ahead and say, oh, you just hate yourself. Yes, I hated something about myself. And what do you do when you hate something? You change it. All right, guys, well, I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and don't you forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, thank you for rocking with